and Brad, the two most famous physical therapists on the internet.
Hi folks, I'm Bob Schrupp, physical therapist.
Brad Heineck, physical therapist.
Together we are the most famous physical therapists on the internet.
In our opinion, of course, Bob.
10 excellent quad strengthening exercises.
And these are excellent. And not only that, they're going to be progressive. So if you're very weak quads, you can start there. And if you're a high-level athlete, we're going to show you some quad strengthening near the end of this. That's going to get you...
So we could start off with someone who's elderly and barely have any quad strength?
Exactly. Or after a surgery, quads are weak. We're going to start there and go through them, but we better get going, Bob. There's some people that haven't seen us before.
Oh, that's
either.
right. If you're new to our channel, please take a second to subscribe to us. We have a subscribe button over here on Brad's left, your right. We provide videos on how to stay healthy, fit, pain-free, and we upload every day.
There
we
you
are
go.
hard working, damn it.
Oh,
sorry, I didn't
Bob,
mean to say
it's
that.
a family show.
That's right. All right.
Okay, let's get going. Quad strength. So we're talking about these muscles right here, right above the knee. It's a large muscle group. There's 4 muscles. That's why they're called quadriceps.
Hence quad.
There you go. So a simple long arc quad, LAQs, we call them as therapists, is see if you can lift your leg up to here. I personally don't like to use this exercise for much strengthening, but at the beginning it's nice to know if those quads are working. Okay, you could put ankle weights on there or go on a machine and work knee extensions. I don't like it because it's not real functional. I think you're much better off strengthening through a weight-bearing position.
Yeah, this is open chain. We really prefer closed chain.
Right.
You know, open-ended on the end
Yeah,
here.
little
Right.
therapy talk there,
Yeah.
but it's a good way to start, and there's nothing wrong with doing these.
Right.
It may irritate the kneecap a little bit if you've got some arthritis, but you'll know because it'll hurt, and then you stop doing it.
Right.
Okay, but you can just do these ankle weights, do 2 or 3 sets of 10 if you'd like, but then I'm suggesting get into the other exercises. But let's say this is going, and then you stand up, and you're feeling wobbly yet, and if your knees start to bend, you feel like you're going to collapse. This is the next exercise I'm going to suggest. Now, I'm not wearing socks or shoes for a good reason, just because it's the best if you have shoes on, but some people don't have shoes, and it's hard to get their shoes on at home. But you can do these exercises. You simply get some shelf liner, cut it out in some circles, put it down on the slippery floor, and the floor becomes sticky now. And now I can do these exercises because what I'm going to do is lean up against this chair right behind my knees. I'm going to lean backwards, bend my knees about 20 degrees, and hold myself there. It's a simple isometric exercise. Hold it for 10, 20 seconds, and then come back up and relax. And this is going to get you confident and strong enough so that when you bend your knees, you don't have that collapsing feeling.
And what's nice about this, Brad, is if you do lose your balance, you go down into the chair.
Exactly.
So
it's safe. So it's a
you
nice,
may flop a little bit.
Right. This is one I like to use with total knee replacements when the quads are really weak, or with some older people or whoever may be really weak.
You're right. The person that gets up and you can just see their legs are not really holding them because the quad's strength isn't there.
Exactly.
So,
the next thing we're going to do is go from a seated position to a standing position. Okay, now I need this chair here.
Because start with arms.
Yep, starting with arms and good posture and up to here. Now this may seem pretty easy, but if your quads are weak, this is a really nice way to get them stronger, as well as getting you functional so that every day when you get out of a chair, you feel steady and safe.
I've had people that, and again, we're talking about very weak people that weren't able to do this, Brad, so we did raise it up a little bit, put a cushion down so they come from a higher surface.
If you raise your seat pan 1 inch, it makes a big difference.
Yes, it does.
On how easy it is to
I
get
literally
out of
had
the
people
chair.
that could not get up on a regular chair, but could get up with just an inch more.
Sure, you bet.
And it helps to lean forward too if they have
the
trouble.
body mechanics. As far as just if you're working on the quads and this is getting too easy, then think about going more straight up and that'll work the quads. Even better yet, don't use your hands anymore. Go like this and work all quads and go down with good control. Up and down and up. You're going to do 10 of these. By the time you get done with 10, you should be fatigued. You should sit down, take a break, have some coffee.
Yeah, people are going to be surprised that it's a little harder than you think it is.
Oh yeah, it absolutely is. Okay, now this next part is getting a little more advanced, okay? Let's grab the ball, could you, Bob? If you just want to get out of the chair and your primary goal is to walk around in the house and that's as functional or as mobile as you get, that's probably fine.
Sure.
But if you want to be a little more active, we want to get those quads stronger, I like the big ball on the wall.
Yep.
Okay? Now, I got to have my
Bad.
shelf liner there. Good, strong posture with your shoulders. In other words, we're not going to do squats like this. It's not how you want to do them. It's back like this and down till your femurs are parallel, your thighs are parallel, and
One
back
thing
up.
we're trying to do here is not have his knees go past the feet.
Right there.
Yep.
Okay?
So the knee is not going past the toe.
Right.
If you throw a plumb line on there.
Right.
That's why also he's got that shelf liner there, because he'd slide right out if he did.
Exactly. And that can happen with your shoes too, depending
Yeah.
on your soles. But see, this would be no good. I'm really stressing my knees here.
Yeah, really a lot of stress on
Get
him.
your feet out from the wall. You don't have to have that there but once until you know where it is.
Right.
Yeah, then you can
And
remove
you can
it.
kind of tell when
Yeah.
your knees are not passing your toes.
You could start out pushing here, but ideally you want to get to here, and you're going to work 10 like this. And if that gets too easy and you want to get a little stronger, then you can use some weight. You
Sure.
know, use a plate or any kind of weight you want in
Or
your
two
stomach.
dumbbells.
Yep. Could you grab me 2 canes, Bob?
Sure.
Let's step one step back. Let's say you came to this station, this phase of the game, and it's like, whoa, I'm too weak to do it. You feel like you're going to just keep going down. Simply grab a couple canes, or you can put a chair there and go off the backrest. I'm going to use canes, okay? And then you're going to let yourself down slow, helping as you need. You're going to push up. And what are we working, Bob? Eccentrics.
Right.
Right, or negatives. So I'm going to do a slow one going down, supporting with the cane, but then to go up, I'm going to push up with the canes.
By the way, this is great for quadricep tendonitis, which I have and
Sure.
I've done.
Okay.
And I still do I do 2 sets of 30 of these every day, Brad.
With the canes?
Not with the canes
Okay, so
anymore.
you've progressed.
I've progressed.
Right.
My wife does these too, by the way.
Okay,
She
great,
likes
yeah.
them.
They're
just-
wonderful
Just a really
quads.
good functional exercise.
Once you get through the negatives, and that gets pretty easy, then you can get rid of the canes and go back to the way I showed it. If you really want to get advanced, and give me a cane again.
Yeah, because you're going to have one leg.
Yeah, I might both of them actually.
Okay.
Cross like this, and now I'm working my right thigh, but this leg is actually helping a little bit. If you want to, I need my canes here because I don't do these a lot. This is for the high level athlete.
Sure.
This is someone who really wants to gain some strength. Put your foot out straight, and then try it. Down to here.
Ooh, doggy.
I had a 16-year-old gymnast. She had a 20-pound plate here, and she did them with one leg out like this, and she could do 10 of them. She was strong. Believe me, that's advanced.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wonderful. Good functional exercise.
Right.
And not with a lot of equipment, really.
Exactly.
You don't need a big
But
squat
wait,
rack.
Bob, it gets better.
There's more.
Right. This is for even the higher level athlete. There's no balance being taken care of here. This is
Okay.
strictly strengthening. It's nice because it has no stress on the back. You're working the quads. But who does that out in the real sport? You need to have something that's going to work balance, weight bearing, and strength. You're going to like this one, Bob. I don't know if you do this one.
I don't think I've seen it. I'm curious what you're going to do here.
All right. Chair in front like this. Chair behind like this. Okay? I'm going to do it this way so the camera can see a little bit better.
Okay.
Okay? And we simply do
Wow.
the one-legged squat. One hand goes off as it gets easier. Push this, stretch it out further as you need, and keep your body up here. We're not doing this.
I suppose with this, again, you're trying to keep the knee from not going past the toe
Yep.
as much as you can.
Yep.
And it looks like you're doing
Why don't you
that.
grab that little white one there, Bob? It won't poke me in the eye.
Good.
There we go. So what Bob's talking about is I'm not going past like this. I'm keeping that knee behind that plumb or that vertical line. I got to switch because my right leg's getting tired already. Okay? So then we should balance out, reach back there. Again, good tall posture. And if you can do it here and maintain all the mechanics that we're talking about, you can put dumbbells in your arms for the real strength people. Okay? I'm getting tired, Bob.
Yeah, I can see that.